Hi everyone, Tony the pastor here. Our daily Bible verse today comes to us from Acts 17, verse 32. Paul is preaching to a group and it says this: "When they heard of the resurrection of the dead, some of them sneered, but others said, 'We want to hear more on this subject.'" The word of the Lord on this day, the promise of the Lord on this day. What is resurrection anyway? Well, the resurrection is quite literally the raising up of those who have died and bringing them back to life, and not zombie life and not just spiritual life, but like life, like the life that we live now, the life that all living creatures have lived, the life that we know as fullness of life. And it's one of the hardest things for people to believe. That's why some sneer when they hear it there in that time. For whatever reason, the world is ready to hear about spiritual existence that extends beyond this life. And sometimes they're ready just to hear about the metaphorical existence that extends upon this life. But I think deep down, we who are living creatures, we who are flesh and blood, we who were created by God in a variety of ways we could understand it. But to go to the story, we who are those dust monsters who God breathed into the nostrils of, we only experience the fullness of our creation when we live, when we have our being, when we are enfleshed. Jesus does not simply die and then become spirit. Jesus does not simply die as a lesson for who we should be. Jesus dies and demonstrates to us the great promise of God, that those things that have been made wrong by sin, death, and disease, and all of these things that cripple us in this life, those things will be overturned. And they are overturned only by the raising of Jesus and our participation in that same resurrection as well.